All right, we are live. Hello, everyone. This is Bonnie and Sally. Oh, and I have my name tag on tonight.
Oh, I don't.
This is ridiculous. But anyway, we are here and we're going to have our meeting tonight. We've got a couple minutes. We want to wait for people to start logging on. So we're going to just chit-chat.
I was checking to see if I had a name tag over there. I haven't made it yet. So, well, we thought, since we're at my house now, that I could show you around my, I don't know how to describe the size. Humongous is probably not the word for it. Spacious, well, it's a space, probably not a good term for it, but it works. It's what I have, and I'm thankful for it. It's my dedicated space. So, because it is so small, we decided to invest in the Dream Box. Some of you may have seen the ads for the scrap box. So that's what is here. This is the table. Bonnie, if you want to move back, I'll open this one side up. You can maybe get an idea. It opens up so that you have all of your stuff organized. All of the boxes come with it. So anyway, this is probably my favorite thing in this room. And then I have my design wall. And that I made out of the styrofoam insulation, and it's covered with felt. And then my grandmother's thimbles. She collected thimbles, and that was just a small thing of it. So there's that. Moving on around, I got rid of my cutting table because it was a place that just caught everything. So I hang up my boards, and then when I need to cut, I lay them on this table behind me. My closet is for storage. It's got all the bins of my projects. Now, my husband put up these shelves for me. I love to make pin cushions and different things like that, but needless to say, I don't have space down below to hold them. So he put those up there, and they are strictly for decor, for my little projects that I enjoy making. I have the bookcase that has my magazines and quilt books in it. And actually, Bonnie, show this if you can. This is that Quilting Diva. Every day is a shopping day, and this was made for me by my quilting buddy from Tennessee. We met every Thursday and quilted, and she made this for me. And today is actually her birthday. But she's no longer with us. But that is very special to me. So anyway,
yes. It's beautiful.
Then my filing cabinets.
Teal, or is that teal?
Yeah, it's teal. I have my fabric on boards, and then it's in here. So this is all of my fabric. Well, no, this is most of my fabric. The closet is full, but anyway. So I love these, and I just got my little white tags in. I'm going to label the drawers with what's in them. Quilting magazines, my sewing machine, well, one of my sewing machines, all my lights, my thread, my rulers.
Wow.
And that's my space. We're back at where we were.
You're very organized.
So
It's a very nice room. Thank you.
All right, are we ready?
I think we're ready to start our meeting, and I hope you're all ready as well.
You want me to turn it on you?
You want to turn on me?
Yeah. I don't want to turn on you. We're trying to watch the speaker so that I'm going to go from this angle so that the light doesn't make you in shadow.
Okay, how do I look? Do I look okay?
Oh, you look beautiful, Bonnie.
I wore lipstick for you all tonight. Very special. Welcome to String Along Quilt Guild meeting for July. We have an announcement later on. We're going to announce what we're doing the fourth Thursday of this month.
Oh, yes.
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 So we're
Oh,
going
that's
to
exciting.
announce I know. Woohoo! I wish you were all here with us. We're having a great time.
We couldn't social distance in this room.
No, you and I can.
Yeah.
But that's it. So, all right. There's just a couple of things to talk about, and then I'm going to turn the meeting totally over to Sally. You might hear my voice once in a while, but sorry about that.
No, I was reading some of the comments.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to say anything.
Nancy Marie, you said, can you come organize my room? I have to give you a secret. It helps to have somebody else help, because they say, well, let's put it here. Well, no, I need it here, and it helps you think through it. I did have someone, kind of putting things places so I could react. So that is a good idea.
Yeah. Very good. Do we have a lot of people coming on so far?
Kathy Wilson, Mary Persine, Ann Highstan, Rebecca Hall, Debbie Schaefer, Bonnie Goodrich,
Hi, Bonnie.
Darlene Nelson, Nancy Marie, Sharon Louise.
We're good.
That's all that is commented. So
Okay. Well,
bring
be sure
them
to comment.
on camera. What's that mean?
What?
Oh.
What happened?
It says Sharon is watching. Bring them on camera. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. Well, let me see. Almost everything that I'm going to talk about, everything I'm going to talk about is in the newsletter, and I hate to constantly go over things, but sometimes we need to be reminded and hear about it again. I hope that you're all taking your newsletter that you get online or get emailed to you, and you're printing them off and reading them through, because they're jam-packed with information.
Oops.
Oops.
I have mine.
See? We're going to talk about our annual picnic. I'm going to let Sally talk about that in just a moment. The only other thing I think I really need to talk about is the 2021 quilt show. And we're going to be making another quilt. So Joan from Sweet Stitches has kindly told us that we can use her studio. We have leftover jelly rolls of fabric from the first quilt that we just not gave away, but anyway.
Presented.
That's it. I'm not quite here today. I apologize. But anyway, so we're going to make a quilt, and it's called Summer in the Park. We found it on Missouri Star Quilt site, and you can find that on YouTube, and it goes over the quilt. It's really a very easy quilt to make, and it's very pretty. So one thing I did want to remind you of is that fall retreat. So far we're planning it, and I hope you have your deposits in already, and the balance is due by August 13th, and that would be Daylin. Daylin is the one that you need to get the money to. I think we can take care of that at the picnic, because we'll be having the picnic then. But we'll tell you more about the picnic later, okay? Sally will. So, one thing I wanted to let you know, and Sally doesn't know I'm going to talk about this, but I'm sure some of you know that I have developed breast cancer again. And I feel I'm a little concerned about it, of course, but you know, God is giving me strength, and I know that people are praying for me. There's some real unknowns that are going on right now, and but I'm going to be your president. I'm not going to leave you. This is going to be a healing thing for me, to be able to still have meetings with you and help us get through all of this. So anyway, any prayers would be appreciated, and I'll keep you up to date as far as what's going on. All right, no more sad anything like that. We are going to have a good time tonight. Sally is wonderful, and I'm going to turn it all over to her, okay?
Oh,
all right,
my.
Here we
All
go.
right, here we go.
I'm going to turn it around and not make any noise.
Yeah, you just clicked on it.
I know I did.
Okay.
Sorry about that, people.
So we were trying to think of what we could do. You know, July seems to be the month. Last July we had a speaker and she got sick. I can't remember now why, but anyway, it canceled. Oh, it was Cotton Cottage, and she was
She
moving.
moved.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we had to come up with something at the last minute, and so we were fully expecting that hopefully we'd be able to meet and have our flea market and all that stuff, and well, that didn't work out. So once again, we were in the last minutes or last little bit here, needing to come up with something, and so I am a YouTube junkie, and I listen to music and all kinds of music, but one of them is show tunes, and so I was listening to The Sound of Music, and I thought of my favorite things. And I think that this is perfect for today, especially with Bonnie's news. When I'm feeling sad, I think of my favorite things. And I think that's going to be a help to you, Bonnie. When,
I think
you know,
so.
as you're thinking, when you're having the tough times and that, think of the good things. Think about us
I will.
that love you and are praying for you, and some of your favorite things.
I
So,
will. Thank you.
With that,
Yes.
let's. So I've talked to a few different people, and so I'm going to share just some of the things that people like. So I have a number of things. Let's start. Well, okay, Joan. I was talking to Joan Crookston, and of course we know that Joan likes to do free motion on her domestic machine, and she likes to do applique.
Mm-hmm.
So she said these gloves are her favorite. And I have to say, I have a number of pairs of quilting gloves, and I have to agree with her. I really like these. They fit no matter how skinny or fat your fingers are. They've got the rubber just on the tips, and so it's not cumbersome. Someone shared a worker's glove that has these on it, and it's all over, and they were just cumbersome. But these are just and they're easy to pull off, because you know when you're doing your free motion, you're on and off with the gloves quite a bit. So them being easy on, easy off is great. And these grabberoos is what they're called, and these are not a new pair. These are mine, and I wear them anytime I do free motion. So there's that. Let's see. Joan also, she said this is one of her favorite tools for doing half square triangles. Basically, you lay this across your block, and I surely have a block here somewhere, right?
She has a few blocks here, I think.
A block short of, well, I'll just pull this piece of fabric out. Okay. I am trying to stay in your camera, Bonnie.
You're doing good.
But you'll put this corner to corner, like so, and you can mark in the middle where your center is, but then you just draw on both sides of the line, and that is your stitching line. So, of course, when you have the two pieces of your squares together. You just mark it and sew on both sides and cut on the dotted line then, and you've got your half square triangles.
Very nice.
So,
okay.
put this back up there. Alrighty. So there's that. This is a new thing that I've gotten that I just love. Somebody recommended this to me several months ago, and I bought the big pair, and I love these. They're serrated, and they cut really nice. So of course, if one is good, 3 is better. And so I got, Bonnie, behind you is the little pair, if you would get that. It's
Oh, yes, I have it. And who makes these scissors? Do you have a name?
Karen. Oh, I just bought the other pair, so it should be here.
Buckley?
Buckley. Well, digging through the, oh, here it is. Yeah. Perfect Scissors. This is the little pair. This came here. Perfect Scissors by Karen, and I can't read it.
Well,
Up at the top.
Buckley.
All right, Karen Buckley. Joan has these at her shop, and so I brought them home, of course. And this is now my favorite scissor at my sewing machine. And I don't know if you noticed, but I have a metal strip on my wall that has magnets. So all of this stuff like that just gets slapped up there, and it's off of my workstation. But I love these scissors.
Do they cut all the way to the very tip,
Yes,
don't
yes.
they?
This point is like, yes, this is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I have a lot of little scissors, but this feels good on my hands.
Because it's not binding around your fingers.
It's not tiny, and it's soft. It's not the metal. It's comfortable. And speaking of which, well, I don't want to get to that. I'll come back to my hands in a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So I don't need that anymore. Okay. Speaking of which, this Bonnie shared this. My husband just left to do something, and I needed to, my phone's going off. I needed to make sure that he wasn't having an emergency. Okay, so Bonnie shared this, and these are really nice because, you know, when you're hand stitching, when you're sewing by hand, if like binding, sometimes it's hard to get your needle through something. This lets you get a grip. Get a grip. This lets you get a grip. Yeah. And anyway, you can grab a hold of the needle. I can't tell you how many times I've used my teeth, or I've grabbed a hold of it with something, or I'll put it against something and push it through, and yeah. So these will be very nice for that. So,
I have not gotten to use them yet.
Joan swears by them.
Yeah, she loves them.
So I can see I'm probably going to be buying those too. Anyway, okay. Marking things. I've tried a lot of different markers, a lot of different chalk things, and I do have, and I can't find it because I changed up a bunch of stuff. But they're a white pen, and it's got pink end on it, and it's a chalk pen. It's like a mechanical pencil, and you can put white or pink or
yellow, I think,
or yellow or black. I'm gonna shut that off.
And it's a fine line.
And it's a fine line. So especially with things like this, it's perfect, because if you get too thick of a line, then, are you sewing on the line to one side or the other? That can make as difference of a 1/16 of an inch or so, and that can make a big difference.
Yeah.
So these it starts with a B. Bonin. Look, maybe somebody will know.
If you know the name of that, please put it on the screen.
So anyway, yeah, those are wonderful. I love those, and if I don't find it, I will be buying them again. But anyway,
Okay.
Other than that, I like these Clover chalk pins. It's a wheel. Remember the old
yes, paper.
The paper. It was
wheel.
It was like the carbon paper.
Yes.
And you mark your darts on your clothes with that wheel. Well, that's the kind of wheel that is on here, and this really does very nice. Again, it's a thin line, and it just brushes right off. I have the white, the gray, and the yellow.
Nice.
So I love those. Okay, Bonnie brought her 2.5. You want to talk about your ruler?
Well, the ruler is really nice because on from edge to edge on the sides, it's 2.5 inches. So 2.5 inches here, and of course, how long is this one? 18, I think. 17.
18.
Okay, 18. So you can fold your fabric in half and cut 2.5 inch strips if you want with that. And these rulers are wonderful because they grip the fabric. They will not move. And they're wonderful. These are at Sweet Stitches as well.
This is called Select, Quilter Select.
Yes.
Okay, here's fabric.
Yes. They're wonderful.
Can you see the fabric?
I can.
Okay.
Yes.
So when I using this, it just sticks. So you're not
running over your finger. Or
in between, right? In between those two.
right here.
No.
This.
Go in the second. Here.
This.
Yes. Okay. Here's my 2.5. No, actually, this is 2. This is a 2-inch.
Yeah.
But look at the difference on these. This just slides like crazy, and this it will move, but when
you gotta really push it.
this
though.
here, when I push down and push, it doesn't move.
Right.
This one here, I push down and it just goes sliding. So there definitely is a difference in these two rulers, and I use this one a lot for just a straight edge, not really for measuring, because I don't like the markings on it. This is a draft and cut. This may not even be a quilter's.
It's
No,
probably
easy
because
quilting.
Sally buys everything.
Probably. Okay, so I have a problem. Isn't that the first step to recovery? I don't want to recover. What am I talking about? So I like to cook, and so I have kitchen gadgets like crazy, except now I have this teeny tiny kitchen, so I'm getting rid of kitchen gadgets. But that was a problem for me. So now since I started quilting, I get all these quilting gadgets. And so anyway, yes, I have a problem. Put that over there, Bonnie.
This is String Along Quilt Guild Road to Recovery. Confess what your problems are.
And you guys wondered what I meant when I said, well, Bonnie and Sally's at it again.
I'll put that back if you want me to.
We got it. All right. So there's that.
Okay.
Hi,
Jerry. That's such pretty fabric.
Oh, just wait till you see it. Okay, we're done with that.
Okay.
Okay, so I have something here. Well, I did. Tell me, what do we do with it?
What is it?
Measure.
Oh, you put it on top of there. So maybe it slid off the back. Maybe it slid off the back when you lifted something up.
Yep. There it is. Okay.
See, what would she do without me? I just really don't know.
All right, so
this is going to be a comic relief pretty
this.
Mm-hmm.
Is it showing up good?
Yeah.
So I pulled this out, and Bonnie says, "What's that?" And I said, "This is a measuring tool. It's a measuring gauge." And if you'll notice, right there, this way.
There, yeah.
All right, there is your 1/4 inch.
Mm-hmm.
And so we all know there's not a quilting police. We hear that all the time, except sometimes there needs to be a quilting police.
Mm-hmm.
Not always, and I am the first one. I'm just get it done. But there's sometimes that I do something that really you have to be particular. So my guild in Tennessee had a class, and it was on the Edita Sitar's, one of hers, and I don't even remember the name of it now. But it had, hers has a lot of pieces. And so this class, the instructor came around with her trusty little tool, and to take the class, you had to have your own tool also. And she literally was checking our seams because, and I'm going to share this with you. Look at this.
Isn't that beautiful?
So if you are even a 1/16 of an inch off on your seams, it's going to make a big difference, and it's not going to go together the way it needs to. And so she said, I want you to be happy with what you do today. And so it is critical that on this project you use your 1/4 inch. And so I have found on anything that has a lot of pieces, if there's 8, 9, a 9 patch, let's face it, if you got a 9 patch, how many seams are there on that? You could be off a whole 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, or better. If this block you used a 1/4 inch, and this block you used a scant 1/4 inch, and this block you used more. So it's very important to have this, and it's helpful. And so anyway, that was how we made this block, and it turned out perfect.
It is beautiful.
And some people would make an entire quilt of this. As you notice, I've been in northern Indiana for 5 years now, and this was done a couple years before, and I still have one block.
I think it's looking like a table topper.
Well, yeah, it might. Anyway, okay, so that's the measuring gauge, and this costs nothing. I mean, $1, I don't know, $1.50, I don't know, nothing.
Wow.
And I usually have a couple of them around because I lose them. But anyway, okay, so there's that. And then Gloria Sims, bless her heart, we were at, in fact, it was the first retreat for our guild that I went to. She had this rotating, this Lazy Susan thing. And I had the square one that, this green and it's square and it kind of turned. But when I saw her using this, I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to have that. So this is by Martelli, and it's well used. It's a Lazy Susan, and it has the ball bearing things in there, so it turns really good. It has an ironing surface, so you can press and that. And it has a cutting surface. So when you're squaring up your blocks, and you don't want to, mess things up or whatever, this turns. Look how free that turns.
Oh, that's nice.
Really, really, really nice.
Very nice.
Now, I did have this as at the side of my sewing machine, and this is pretty much what I used exclusively. Then I got the wool pad, and so I use that there now, and I use this if I'm cutting. I do put this beside my my sewing machine. So, okay.
Can you talk about the picnic and then go into
Yes.
the rest of everything?
Yes. Okay, so the picnic. We do have a committee, and they are working on that. And if you're listening and you're on the committee, we do need to meet like within this next week to get it all outlined. But we are planning to have it outdoors, location to be determined. Instead of having a carry-in or the catered, the meat or whatever like we have in the past, we just ask you to bring your dinner. Just have a little picnic that you bring. That way we're not in lines, dishing up food and everybody touching the same utensils and all of that kind of good stuff. We will, and so you will need to bring a lunch and a chair. Bring,
supper. It's supper.
Yes,
right?
supper. Yes.
Sorry, Sally.
No, that's good. You need to bring your dinner, supper, whatever you call that. Your sinner. No, not sinner.
Lupper.
Dupper. Anyway, whatever you want to eat at that time of evening. And so you would bring that and a chair, something to sit on. Of course, we'll have show and tell, and so you want to bring that. Within a very short time here, we will have some specifics, but they've been talking about doing a mask challenge. And they were kind of talking along like, Mardi Gras mask or however you want to do a mask, whether it's this kind of mask or, however you want to do your mask. It will be a mask challenge. And so be creative and come up with some good ones. I've seen some really interesting masks on
YouTube?
Well, on Facebook or whatever.
Okay.
And Bonnie has one that makes her look like she had a stroke. Her lips are over to one side and one side is up. And so anyway, be creative and make a mask to wear. And I'm sure we'll have some prizes for that. And let's see.
They need to bring their. No, we're going to make that in September, right? Where they bring their 2020 challenge
yeah,
quilts.
no, not yet.
Not yet. We'll do that later. Sorry.
Yeah. But we'll have more details for you as they hammer out all the details. What they were working on this last week or two was finding a location, because up until that point we were not sure that we could not have it. So anyway, that's the plan for the picnic. We are planning to have it. We will social distance. We will wear masks. We're going to have the mask challenge. And so we're looking forward to seeing each other. It'll be more along the line of like the virtual, or not the virtual, the show and tell that Bonnie did at the Nazarene Church.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you have to worry about that. Some of you may still have concerns, and if you don't feel that you can come, then our thoughts are with you. Okay, so our surprise is we are having. I didn't come up with a good name.
You did.
The quasi summer surprise. It's quasi mystery sort of, because you're gonna see the block you're working on before you start working on it, but you're not gonna see the whole thing, how it comes together. It is very nice, but it is extremely simple. Beyond simple. Mm-hmm. This could be for the very, very beginner quilter, sewer, whatever. But with the way that you place your blocks, it will create challenges for even those that are very experienced. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the size is dependent on you. I believe the main size is like it's about a twin size. It's about that size. But you can make it bigger, smaller, however, by doing more blocks. Joan is going to be presenting this for us. And she is going to do a video. And we will present that on our Thursday. So the second Thursday of the month, we have our normal meeting. And so the fourth Thursday of the month,
the 23rd.
This will be the 23rd of this month. The fourth Thursday of July, August, and September, Joan will have a video, and we will present it on Facebook, and then it will be uploaded to both Facebook and YouTube so that you can follow it. The pattern, of course, for that month will be given to Flo, for the newsletter. And it is a 3-month challenge. Quasi summer surprise is what it is, and I'm excited to see it. It will be awesome because once we have it all, we forgot to tell them. So if you do this and you stay up with it, okay, it's really simple, and you can do it as small or big as you want to do it, however, whatever your level of comfort is. So if you do it and you have it totally done, as in quilted and bound and everything, what do we say at the Christmas party? Yeah.
Yes.
If you have it ready, and if you can't attend the Christmas party, then have a picture to Bonnie or myself or Joan, and there will be a very, very nice gift for you. We will draw names of somebody who has finished it all the way through by December, and we'll present you with this very, very nice gift basket. So that's one of the exciting things that we have coming up.
Yes.
So July 23rd, was it?
Yes.
July 23rd. You'll want to check in on Facebook for the Quasi Summer Surprise.
It will be live at 7 o'clock.
It will be live at 7 p.m.
Along with a little meeting. So
with a few comments from our illustrious president.
Woo!
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
Sorry, no, I just wanted to make sure
that we got that in.
And Sally is so good at putting it all together. So before you move on, Ann Heaston, I think you want to know, are we going to tape the picnic? I don't know. Maybe I'll try to tape the show and tell, and a little bit before that.
Well, if we have something going on, we will try. I don't know if we'll be able to do all of it.
Yeah.
But we will try to do as much as we can.
Yes.
And it is our goal that even once we resume meetings, now, when we resume meetings, we understand that not everybody can or will want to attend.
Right.
We all are in different places we're just in different places. So there will be those who do not feel comfortable attending, and we encourage you to stay home. However, you are a very vital part of our guild, and we don't want to exclude you from things that are happening. And then there are those who are itching and ready, and they're in a place where they feel that they can get out and they want to get out and meet. And so once we start meeting, we're going to observe social distancing. We're going to encourage masks if that is what you feel comfortable with, and of course all the hygiene stuff.
Right.
But if you're not able to do, it is our goal that we will tape all of our meetings and do them live on Facebook so that those of you who cannot attend can be a part of it.
Yes.
And the nice thing about being live on Facebook is that we can get your comments, or if you have a question, if we have a speaker and you want to ask a question, we can do that.
Yes.
If we are with it enough to catch those, but we will try.
We'll try our best.
We really will. And because we are all in this, and we want to, this is a guild for all of us.
Yes.
And we're all at different stages and places. So anyway, that's our goal, is to make this work for everybody.
Yes.
Or as many as we can.
Exactly.
So that is our goal. We we don't want to take risk or potentially hurt anyone.
Yes. Yep.
Anyway,
And thank you for that question, Anne.
It's a good question.
I appreciate it. Yes.
But we will certainly try to do as much as we can. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Now, there's just a few things that you have around your house that are not, you don't buy at the quilting store. But they are very, very valuable. And of course, we all, well, maybe not all, but a lot of us know about Reynolds freezer paper. This is a wonderful thing to use for templates, for applique, cutting out, and you can iron the one side of it has that wax on it.
Shiny.
So the shiny side.
Yeah.
So when you iron it, it sticks to your fabric, but you can then peel it off, and it doesn't hurt your fabric at all. So this is something that every quilt room should have. And when we're talking with Joan, she said, "Oh, of course, freezer paper. I have to."
Yeah, she loves freezer paper. Thank you, Nancy.
Another thing is this foam shelf liner. This stuff, as you can see, I have a roll here. It's in my quilting room. But I use it, I've layered my bins so things aren't sliding all over the place in my bins. But also have it underneath my my presser, or my foot pedal. Because look at this. Now, let's look at this here. And so then I put it on here, and look at that. It sits.
Yes, that's nice.
I also put it underneath my my wool pad, and because the wool pad, turn and there is another household thing.
I gotta move my stuff.
Your TV trays. If you see these at yard sales, these are the most fabulous thing.
Sorry.
No, we're just trying to stay away from you, and okay. You got this? Okay, so this is just a wooden TV tray, but when I put my wool pad on there, it slid. So when I put the rubber stuff on there, it doesn't. It sticks good.
Oh, a great idea.
But that is always to the right of my sewing machine, so that all the little pressing things that you have, it takes care of that. So now, my final thing, I believe. Oh, thank you, Pam Trumbo.
Oh, is
Isn't
that
this
pretty?
gorgeous?
Yes.
It says Treble Maker, and it's got music notes on it. It was my mug rug from Pam Trumbo.
Oh, how cute.
And a lovely card she sent me. Anyway, thank you so much.
How nice.
And thank you, Bonnie, for coordinating that. That was
you're welcome.
awesome.
You're welcome.
All right, so I have arthritis, and in my hands, well, I have it all over, but anyway, in my hands. And oftentimes they hurt really bad. And this is flared up right now. And so to cut with my rotary cutter, which, as you know, I use my rotary cutter like this. And when I put pressure on that, oh, it just sends the pain up my hands. And so I'm like, oh man, you know, this is serious. So I have been, the biggest thing is like even strips or, you know, simple things. So I invested in an AccuQuilt. Now this is the Go size. And so I'm have my 2.5 inch strip thingy. And Bonnie, beside there, get me the mat that goes over it.
Yes.
Okay.
Here we go.
So, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So, we're going to put this like so.
How many layers of fabric can you put on one of those?
You can put 6 layers of fabric.
Oh.
So if it is folded, like this is folded, you know, selvage to selvage, you can put
6.
well, if it's folded, you can put 3. You
Okay,
know, because,
yes.
Yeah, so this
Yes.
is, but for this, I only needed, what is it, 3? I only needed 6 strips.
Okay.
So I just lay it on there, lay the mat on there, and here we go. Now they have one that's electric, and I thought, well, I probably don't need that. But
Wow, look at that. I hope I'm not making you all sick.
so,
Oh,
yeah, you're supposed
look,
to
you're
slide
supposed
that
to-
off. Yeah.
You're supposed to run your hand over the top and get all that.
Oh, static electricity off, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So here,
Ooh, look at those.
look at
See?
those pretty strips.
And they're perfect.
And it didn't hurt my hands at all.
They're perfect. They
Perfect
really are.
strips. So last night I did I'm making a quilt for my granddaughter's 16th birthday. It's called Science Fair,
Oh,
and it
cute.
uses the gray there. I'm using this black grunge.
Love
and I
grunge.
cut all
Oh.
of these 24 4.5 inch strips with my AccuQuilt in just a few minutes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And
Oh.
so yes, all of these will be all of the colors that will be the
Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness.
this is by Jaybird Quilts, and it uses the Hex and More
Yes.
template.
Yes.
Or the nice thing about her patterns, if you don't want to buy the ruler, she does provide the templates in the pattern, so you can use it, your template plastic or whatever, and cut them out that way.
Okay.
So anyway, okay, are you ready? Do we have any questions?
Does anyone out there have any questions? Let me see. Somebody said something, Jerry. Martelli cutter is easier on your hand also.
I have that.
Love my Go cutter.
I have the Martelli, and I need to try it again. I didn't like it when I first tried it.
Okay.
But I may, if my hands still stay flared, I will pull that out and try it.
Okay. All right. Anyone else have anything out there? We'll wait around just for a couple of minutes. And
We have a special surprise for you.
yes, we do. But we want to make sure that we're taking care of you first. So, because after the surprise, then we're going to sign
We're gonna
off.
Sign off.
So, nope, I don't see anything. All right, girls, I hope that you've enjoyed tonight. Sally is just wonderful. And you'll see what we're going to do next. This is This is a Sally thing.
Bring your chair over.
Oh, really?
Are you? How far?
I'll just stand.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you going to be in it?
I'll be back here.
Will you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Are you ready?
Okay. Just hold it up. Okay.
When the needle breaks, when the points don't match, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Good night, everybody. We're going to skip to quilting.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I thought we did pretty good. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.